Okay, let me share my screen, and this time I'm going to take another scenario. That particular scenario, or maybe I can give it some documentation as well for you. I'm just checking. Start conversation, especially. I think I can pass you one article link as well. That's what I'm looking for. Just give me a second.
Okay, can you start it?
Yeah, sure. Definitely, that's good. I think I have started. That's good.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so basically, I think this is the one of the most important thing. I think you can go for this particular thing. Okay, the advantage with this one is you can see a site directly because you don't need specifically each and every documentation for this one. Okay, I just give the link. You just go there, and just go inside and just double check this one. Now, the point here is what exactly this particular second scenario. Okay, this is additional scenario. Okay, I have committed 3. This is the 4th one. Okay, additional one. This one also I'm delivering for you. Okay, especially the cost optimization. You know why we need this particular case? Why we will fall under this one? Do you know? I will explain one scenario for you. Okay, so there are few cases, especially here. For example, if you see, this is the best case I can say. Okay, just assume in your company you have 3 different environments. Okay, dev, UAT or pre-prod, you're calling as same, and production. Remember always your pre-prod or UAT, whatever the environment sitting before to the production, the compute should be same as the production. Remember this one. The pre-production, the pre-prod and the production, these 2 environment compute must be same. Remember that one. Must be same. So what does it mean? What does it mean here is, for example, just assume you are using 3 Kubernetes clusters here. One cluster has 3 VMs, 3 nodes. Maybe you can call it one node pool has 3 VMs. Another one has 3 VMs, another one has 4 VMs. Likewise, in pre-prod itself, you have 3 Kubernetes clusters. In the production also you have the same. In production also you have 3 Kubernetes clusters. And the compute, coming to the compute, for these all the VMs is D8 ASP4 you are using. The same thing you must use in production also. But the point is, why we need to always make sure your pre-prod environment or UAT same as your production. Why? The reason for that one is, guys, okay. For example, if there is a production incident happen, that could be a code level or infra level issue, right? You should be able to simulate that issue in one of the environment which is sitting before to that. To do that, your infra must be same. Then only you can simulate. Otherwise, you may not find the exact root cause. Otherwise, you may not mimic the exact behavior as well. So that is why the pre-prod and prod must have the same environment, same compute, same infra. The second reason here is, whenever you are moving some code from pre-prod to production, right? Pre-prod to production, you need to make sure the load, a performance, a soak, a stress, all these are different types of performance testings. All these testings are going through. If you don't make sure the performance of your application in one of your test environment, once you move to production, really you don't know how much actually capable, whatever the infra you define in the production. You really don't know your infra capability or capacity, meaning that how many concurrent users can your infra can handle. You cannot answer these things to the business or the clients. So to answer this, you need to run a PT in one of the pre-prod environment or UAT. And this is UAT which you know already. Alright. Now I'm asking one question. Sometimes you may not require these clusters are not except production. These clusters no need to be run, no need to be active at the night time, right? Of course, right? Today, you may not think in this way. Whenever you are using more number of Kubernetes clusters, then your manager will come to you and ask like, I think we are being charged heavily. Why don't you save some amount for us? These are all the things he will ask. In real time, you will get this problem. Okay, you have two ways to save the cost. The first way here is you can go for some reservation. What is this reservation? The moment when you go for the reservation, okay, just go for the reservation. There are one option called reservation in Azure. What exactly this reservation will help you here is, you can see, click add button. These are all the services can offer you some discount. Now. Then where is Kubernetes? Kubernetes is not there, right? Then now we are discussing about Kubernetes. Kubernetes is not there, but virtual machine is there. The Kubernetes will use virtual machines only, right? You need to set the virtual machine. Basically, whatever the virtual machine, especially you are using in your Azure subscription, those all the things will be listed here. And you need to select and you need to add to the cart and you need to check out. You know how much discount you will get? I will tell that one. These are all the things you will get in real time, okay? Azure Calculator, just go for Azure Calculator. Here in Azure Calculator, okay. So I'm just adding Azure Kubernetes. I'm just checking the estimation, okay? See, this is Azure Kubernetes, okay? Once you are here, you just come here, right? Anything is fine, doesn't matter, whatever the location. This is what the thing I'm talking about. See, for example, you are using D8 ASV4, right? And we will go there to select the D8 ASV4 only. For example, 8 core 32 machine. And also you have 3 clusters. Maybe each cluster has 3 nodes. A total you will use 9 nodes, correct? A total you will use 9 nodes. You are being charged almost $3,000 US. The pay as you go model. But if you reserve for 1 year, 1 year reserve means what? But you need to pay just $1,730 US. What is this reservation? Reservation means you are telling to the Azure, hey Azure, I'm going to use D8 ASV4 only for the next 12 months. Next 12 months I'm going to use this one. So why don't you offer me some discount? Because I'm confident, definitely I can use this particular compute for the next 1 year. This is what the request you are putting for the Azure. Then they will consider and they will give this discount for you. But the problem here is you cannot downgrade D8 to D4 in between. Remember guys, okay. If you think in between after 2 months, you did some cost optimization, I think our VMs are underutilized. Why don't we go to some low config or low compute VM? Some D8 to D4 or D8 to B4MS or B4 BTMS. Anything which is less than this one, which is less than 8 core or 32 GB. Then definitely you cannot. Of course you can do that, but you will be charged for this discount 1731 for sure. Along with that, whatever the downgraded VM compute is there, that one also will be charged for you. It's a very high risk. So that is the reason the people will say whenever you want to go for this kind of reservation, please be very confident. Don't go just like that. That's the point now. Second one. This is one technique you understand. The second technique is in your hands. That is, you can start and stop the VMs. Okay? You can start and stop the VMs by using script. That is what the another one. That is what the thing which we are discussing here. See, here in the Kubernetes, I think just go through this simple line, okay? That's just how to save the cost by using automation script. What exactly they are telling? List down the resource group name and the cluster name into the CSV in your Ubuntu machine. Okay. Yes, of course, we have a cluster, we have a resource group, right? Just what they are saying, just place those things in a CSV file. Once you place those things in the CSV file, they're asking just install AGCLI into VM. Okay, there is a command. Then log into the Azure using AGCLI. You just asking, just go there for the login. Then set the subscription, whatever the subscription you have, set that one. Then finally, please create one service principal. I showed you yesterday how to create service principal manually. The same command, this is by using command. You are creating a service principal. You are giving a contributor role for on the resource group, wherever the cluster is sitting. That is what you have listed here. This is your cluster name. For this cluster name, you are giving a contributor access, meaning that automatically cluster also will get the same. Then, once you apply the command, the response will be like this. Please save all these JSON values. Then, please go there and install Ansible into your vision. Okay, blah blah, some information. After update, install apt repository as Ansible. If this installation, these commands are also there. Then, this is your script which I am going to explain. Okay, this is the script to stop the Kubernetes cluster. To be frank, you can easily understand this script because you already have one round of CSV read yesterday. See, remember, you have placed your resource group and the cluster name in one test CSV file. Just come here. You see this one. There is a file name. The first argument is the file name. The same file name. The file name only you will pass. Whatever the file name here. Test.csv is my file name. The same file name you will pass here. Once you are here, you are separating comma. You are getting first value into the resource group name, second value into the cluster name. You are echoing both. Then you are just trimming. This one yesterday we have seen. Trimming and saving it to the same variable. And you are trimming the second one also. And you are saving it to the same variable. And finally you are evaluating. This is the command basically will be there in Azure documentation. How to stop a cluster by using AG command. Okay, how to stop a cluster by using AG command. See, start and stop of it. He simply used that command and you see AZ AKS stop, name of the cluster hyphen resource group you need to pass now. So for example, once you are there, once you are there, that's the command you are giving. For example, if the evaluation is okay, then it will just have command success. If not, the command failed. That's all. Finally, there is another one. Create Ansible playbook. We have seen playbook also yesterday, right? This is another playbook now. What is this playbook? Same. Stopping Kubernetes cluster, host is localhost, become true, that's okay. There is a var file where you are giving input as only CSV. The CSV file will be there in your repo. That is why you are giving this particular path. I will show you. I don't know, maybe yesterday you might be ignored this particular, overlooked this particular one. Now you will understand what is this repo path and what is this source alias name. Same thing you have used yesterday. Maybe you might be overlooked. Let's see this one today. Next, login. AZ login by using service principal. You know that already. We did the same yesterday. This is fine. And there is another one. Stopping cluster. Simply, he just invoked AKS stop cluster by passing the CSV file. This is what the important thing now. Out of the CSV file, you know that this variable you need to pass with the 2 open brace and the 2 closed brace. And finally, you are registering a variable and you are just trying to print the output lines over there. So this particular repo should be looks like the repo needs to be looks like this. Okay, exactly. And this is your release pipeline. Exactly, you need to define all your variables: client ID, client secret, tenant ID, CSV file name, repo path. All these things you need to define like this. And finally, this is your release pipeline. Here exactly we have defined one particular stage we consider, and we have placed over there. And there exactly the two tasks you can see. One is replace token, another one is run playbook. Same thing as yesterday. And finally, create a release and verify. And there is another technique also. For example, Monday to Friday at 10 o'clock, you want to stop the Kubernetes cluster. Just select the schedule, automatically your Kubernetes cluster will be stopped. So that's an interesting thing. So whatever the conclusion here is, all the clusters, whatever the things are defined in the CSV, will be stopped automatically by using the above Ansible playbook. So that is the advantage of this particular thing. Now we are going to see the same in the practical case, but we don't have a cluster at this moment. But I can explain you how exactly the real time this particular repo, each and everything is here. Okay. But my suggestion is okay, whatever the repo is there with me, I will share with you. You just need to replace your resource group and cluster name. That's all. You don't need to do anything. What is this one? I think cost optimization repo. Yeah, there is a cost optimization repo. Whatever I explained is same thing will be there, ma. See, this is the cluster name, this is the resource group name, this is the cluster name. Clear. And there is another one, AKS stop. This is the script I have explained. How exactly you need to stop the Kubernetes. This is the simple command. For the simple command only, you have written this script. Okay. Next one. There is a playbook. I think this is I already mentioned. CSV as the input, AZ login, stop the cluster. So that's all the things. I believe you understand everything I explained here. Simple. The next important thing, go to the release pipeline. The important thing, go to the release pipeline. I'm just going for a cost optimization repo. Especially go to this particular edit button. Okay. See, there is AKS stop, right? For example. And AKS start is also there. I will come to this one bit later. Just go to the AKS stop. Just click this one, check the task first. Replace token, AKS stop. This is the playbook which you configured as you just placed. And you know the variables already, right? See, client ID, client secret. The client secret, I think duplicated, but the same value. That's okay. The tenant ID, this is also duplicated, but this no, not duplicated. This is what the another important thing. I think he defined stage basis. One is for stop, one is for start, one is for stop, one is for start. Because you have two stages in your pipeline, right? See, I have two stages. One is stop and another one is start. Just go to the variables. Yes, I can see two sets actually, right? And finally, CSV file name is test.csv. Agree. The repo path is system.default working directory. Why we are giving this system.default working directory? This particular system.default working directory is the one, I think, wherever this particular repo will be cloned in the VM. This particular repo will be cloned to that path only. That is what system.default directory. Another interesting thing I want to highlight to you. See, this is what system.default directory /_ cost optimization. Whatever the repo name is there, that one will be preceded by an underscore. That is what your alias name. Always your repo preceded by underscore. That is what your exact alias name. Inside only you can find your files in the VM. Once your code is cloned to the VM, guys, you know, right? Whenever you are executing build or release pipeline, your repo will be cloned to the VM, right? Your repo will be downloaded to the VM. This is the exact format it will be picked up. Okay, repo path / cost optimization. Now, the same thing I'm highlighting here for you. Just go for the releases. Okay, if you go for the releases, right there you can see cost optimization. Just go for the edit. Okay, just come here. As part of this particular thing. Okay, so now you can see this cost optimization AKS stop.ml and the run playbook. Okay, so you just point that particular AKS stop. That's all. You don't need to do anything. Then you may get what is this alias and all. If you click this one, you can get that one. There is a source alias _ cost _ optimization. This is what exactly we are talking about now. This one will be picked up automatically whenever your release pipeline artifact is getting created. If you recall, whenever you are creating release pipeline, this particular name will come automatically. The same name will be used whenever your program is getting executed. This particular name will be considered as a downloaded folder. That is what I'm stressing here. If you go there, if you go to the YAML, see, this is what the thing exactly I placed. Because your code will be downloaded to this particular path automatically. I know where exactly the code will be downloaded to. That's why we have pointed that. Very simple thing. Okay. Just go for the releases one more time. I'm just going for the cost optimization thing. Just go there for the edit, okay? Okay, fine. Run playbook, you are just running a playbook. That's all. Now you may get to another doubt. Okay, what is this start then? Okay, guys, if you stop the Kubernetes cluster night at 10 o'clock, you need to start that one at early in the morning, some 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, right before the office. That's why there is another YAML which you have prepared, but this particular thing will help you to start. But what is the difference? Simple thing, whatever the YAML is there here, okay, whatever the YAML and whatever the shell script, you need to duplicate this one with start. AKS start, AKS start. Meaning that only one change. Instead of stop here, you need to give start. That's all. For example, I'm just copying this particular thing. Okay, just come here, just create a new file. AKS start. Okay, .sh create. Just come here, paste. Simple. That's all you need to do. Commit over. AKS start is over. And one more file you need to create. That is YAML you need to create. This is stop YAML, right? You need to create a start YAML as well. Let's go to the repo. Click this one. Go to the file. AKS start.yaml. Okay. You need to take this one. Create this one. Just paste over there. Very simple thing. Just remove these particular names. Starting. Okay. Starting the Kubernetes cluster. Starting. This are all same. This is starting. Okay. Starting the clusters. You need to invoke not start script. Okay. That's all. That's all, guys. Okay. Comment this one. That's all. Once you are done with that one, go to your release pipeline. What exactly I'm saying here is, under the cost optimization, edit this one. Especially AKS start is there, right? Please point that very clearly. Okay, that is not correct. Okay, this is correct. Cost optimization is correct. Okay, cost optimization is correct. As part of this implementation, right? As part of this implementation, there you can see, if for example, if you click the 3 dot symbol, right? Just open this one. See, here you need to select AKS YAML you need to select, okay? AKS start.yaml, okay? Just select this particular thing. Just copy, cut, paste, remove this one. That's all. Save it. Go to run playbook. As part of this particular thing, you just come here. There is an YAML, right? There is an YAML. Just select this one. Point that AKS start YAML. Just okay. That's all. Just save it. That's it. Okay. This is about your start. Because you are stopping. Now I'm going to stop. I'm stopping at 10 o'clock night. Here you can see the schedule. You can enable this particular schedule. Not an issue. 10 o'clock night. And I'm going to start in the Monday to Friday, early in the morning, 8 o'clock. These are the things I'm doing automatically. This is one of the automatic approach which you can use to just start your Kubernetes cluster and start the Kubernetes clusters. And with this one, I think you can save a lot of amount for your company. Okay. So this is one of the best example which you can use here, guys. Okay. One of the best example. Just give me a second, guys. Let me connect the charger to my machine. Okay. So alright guys, okay. So now what you need to do today. I'm giving this particular thing as homework, okay. I explained each and everything, okay. Simple. You need to do one small thing, okay. That is just fill the CSV file. Just fill the CSV file. That's all you need to do. Just fill it. If you fill the CSV file, I think you can execute this particular script. That's all you need to do. No worries. That is the thing. Just try to attempt. If you are not attempting this, not an issue. I will make sure I'm creating on Kubernetes cluster for the evening class. Okay. I will show you the same start and stop by using this particular script. Okay. I will show you the practical part of this particular discussion in the evening, because my repo is ready, my pipeline is ready. I just need to fill the CSV file. That's all. I don't need to do anything else. Okay. I will show you the practical part in the evening. Okay. In the evening we have 8:30 class, right? There I will show you the part. Okay. Right. So that is one thing. And another one. Okay. And another, I think we have discussed this scenario. And I'm going for one more scenario, especially the databases one now. Okay. This is a very important thing. Okay. I believe I will explain these things very clearly. Follow this one. In Azure, you can create a public database. In Azure, you can create a public database. The problem in the public database is it's not so secure. And at the same time, if public wants to connect to your database, you need to whitelist his public IP, then only he can connect to the database. This is what the public database behavior. If you go to the private database always will sit inside private subnet. It is not easy for you to connect to this one directly. That's why you will keep a jump host. By using jump host, you can connect to this particular DB. You know this. And to maintain high availability you can maintain in the same zone or different zone. That is your wish. And that is called, we will call standby replica. Always remember the standby replica. What of the standby replica which is sitting in the same zone or another zone? What of the data is there in the primary? That particular data will be always sync or replicating to the standby replica. Always. And there is another one which you are seeing. This is exactly the DR. This is HA. This is HM. This is DR. You may get doubt, what is the HA, what is the DR? The high availability means all of a sudden this DB doesn't work in the zone 1 or zone 1 failure or power failure. Then the zone 2 database will be there and your program will be connected automatically to this. To connect to this one, at the program side, no change. Automatically, whatever the existing connection string, the same thing will be useful to connect to this one. No change at all. But if entire region gone, entire Singapore region gone, then you should be able to connect to the database which is sitting in the Hong Kong region. To connect to the Hong Kong region database, to connect to this database which is sitting in the Hong Kong region, yes. To connect to this one, you need to modify your connection string for your application. Otherwise, you cannot connect to this one. The connection string is different. The server name is different. But this is what the DR. Your DR is there in another region. Your HA will be there in the same region. High availability and the disaster recovery. Okay, right. Now what is our scenario now? I'm going to show you one scenario for you. Okay, there is a database. Okay, there is a database. This particular database, okay. This particular DB, what are the DB you have, right? What are the DB you have here, right? This particular DB has some data. Assume this DB has some data. Now, you want to migrate this data from this database to another database. DB migration. You need to do that. These are quite frequent scenarios which you will get in real time. Okay, these are quite important as well. You need to migrate from source to the destination. How exactly you will perform this one? This is the exact important thing which you need to take care always. Maybe you may get doubt. Okay, why we need to migrate? For example, okay, assume whatever the source database you have today in Azure, maybe that particular source database don't have any feature, or feature called replica is not there. Assume this source database don't have the replication feature. If source database don't have a replication feature, obviously, the destination has the replication. Now you are in a situation, you are using a source database in your production where we cannot enable the replication now, but we enabled replication while creating this database. Assume while creating database only Azure is allowing replication to be enabled. But when we were creating, Azure don't have this replication feature. Replication means this feature only. This feature only. Primary to secondary replication. This feature was not there for the source DB. But after a week or after a month or after a year, the Azure came up with a solution. You can go for a replication, but you cannot enable for an existing server. You can enable only for new server. Okay, then that's the situation for you. Especially you need to migrate data from this particular database to this database. The how exactly you need to migrate. The how you need to make sure the app is getting connected to the secondary database. Get connected to the new database. This is the scenario which we are going to see. Another scenario. Okay. Right. Now, first and foremost thing, before going further to discuss over there, let's go to our particular case, right? Particular virtual machine. We have virtual machine ready with this, right? Just go there. Just go to the virtual machine. Just go there and just start the virtual machine. Okay. VM started. Okay. VM started. Let's go there. Let's go there and let's connect to the VM. Okay. Let's connect to the VM and let's see the script. I think scripts are there inside. I believe. Let's see now. Okay. Cost optimization, customize SQL, the Docker file. Let me go there. The scripts, okay. Let me check the scripts. What exactly the scripts? Yeah. Okay. I have the scripts here. Okay. Okay, fine. So I have the scripts here. Scripts are ready. Okay, fine. So what exactly, how exactly I can make use of this particular thing? Okay, you need to understand this case very well. Okay, how this particular thing will work. Simple thing. We'll understand step by step first. Okay. First and foremost thing, I think you are seeing, right? So you're seeing something here. I think easy tracker dump restore, backup restore, public dump restore, or validation. You don't need to worry about all these things, or simply go to the one of the backup and restore, for example. Okay, I'm just going there and open one thing. Okay, simple thing. Whatever I explained yesterday, the same thing will be there. Don't worry. See, this is one of the script I think which you are starting, and there is a while, and you are getting some flags S and D. The first S refers to the schema, D refers to the data. You know this already. Then you are defining two tables in an array. This is array definition. Array defining how exactly you can define. You are defining two tables. One is temp data and name batch. For example, in your real time, you may have some 20-30 tables maybe, right? For example, if you have some 20-30 tables, I think still you go there to the tables array and you can fill all those things, okay? All those things as well. So that is what the thing exactly the tables are talking about. Then, one important thing, I think deleting previous as well. I think he's referring a file path in your VM, home Azure user script and shell script vrit_db. He's cleaning a folder. He's cleaning that. I think he's deleting whatever the content is inside of this particular thing. Okay, that's okay, fine. DB migration started, he said, okay, fine. What exactly he's doing? He's deleting if the schema exists in the target DB. This and all for the target mark. Because we have one target DB in our scenario, right? If you open our scenario, this is our target DB. This is our source DB. He's cleaning this one first. He's just making sure nothing is there inside. That's what the thing. To clean that one, see, I think he's setting the password. This is one of the PC admin. By using the PC admin also you can do this particular thing, okay? Then he's passing a PSQL, -h refers to host, -port and username, password, and finally this is the database is Postgres, and he's passing a command, drop schema if exists test cascade, meaning that if the test schema exists, please drop that. That is your schema. What is schema? Schema is nothing but a collection of tables. The first and foremost thing, the developer will create a schema for you. That particular schema, after creating schema, he will insert or he will create or he will truncate the tables inside the schema. So first you are cleaning, you are deleting the schema. Then you are creating the schema, see? You are creating the schema. But this time you need to be very clear in the target DB, the same DB migration target, same command, but exactly you can see this particular command is a create schema if not exists. Test, okay. If the test schema is not it will create, okay, fine. Then he's taking a for loop here, okay, for loop, for I in, okay. There he's just taking, because here you can see only two tables, right? So that's the reason I think he's just proceeding with the 0 and 1. There, echo the tables of 0 and 1. You know the tables, right? You can see there is a tables array. This is what table 0 and table 1, right? That is what the thing exactly is referring, and he's printing 0 and echo 0. Tables of 0 means the first table. What is the first table here? The first table here is temp data, right? Temp data. So once your temp data is there, he's setting the password, okay, fine. He's exporting the password, that is fine. There he's using a pz dump, okay. Pz dump command, the Postgres dump command. By using this command, he's connecting to the source database. This is a source database now. Host the source database, and what exactly he's doing there, especially in the test schema, the table is available, okay. In the test schema, the table is inside the Postgres DB. In the test dot, that particular table, he is taking the dump of the table into this particular file. This is the folder path, and this is the file dot dump. So he's taking a dump. Exactly, he's taking out. Then, he's just setting up the password. He's exporting the password. Then again, what is your goal right now? You need to restore. Right? Where exactly you need to restore? You need to restore to the target, right? See again, PSQL-h for this particular thing, tables, blah blah. And finally, wherever the dump you dump in the previous command, this is the place, right? Same place he's taking here. Whatever the file is there, he's taking the same place. Left arrow means from this side to this side, from here to this side, this tables, okay? So what exactly in the target DB? This dump file will be created table called the table open brace and the closed brace high. So meaning that the table 0 it is creating. What is table 0? Table 0 means temp data. Simple. It is taking a dump, it is restoring. It is taking a dump, it is restoring. That's all. I have not done anything. For example, in your source you have 20 tables. Just give 20 tables over there, including schema. And schema is nothing but a collection of tables I already mentioned. Schema and the data, everything will be migrated to the new VM, new database. Simple thing. For this to be executed, we need to have one source database and we need to have another destination database as well. right? So that is the important thing. Now, before going further, I want to explain one more script for you, okay? One more script for you, especially that is a Python script, okay? I want to explain that one more for you, okay? Because data.python. I'm going to explain one Python script for you. This one will help you in your real time really well, okay? Really, this script will help you guys, okay? I'm opening one Python script, okay? So what is this Python script? You don't worry, you don't need to panic at all, because this is easy. The script is easy. Only one script only I'm explaining in Python. You know what is the advantage of this? But sometimes, especially in real time, you will be asked, not exactly, maybe some DevOps engineer or some developer is skilled. I think those guys will taken care, but no one is skilled. Maybe you need to take care of this particular thing. I'm going to pump some data into the database. That's all, simple thing. I'm going to pump some data into the database table. How? For example, I want to pump some for example 0.1 million data. I want to pump 0.1 million data maybe in the next 15-20 minutes. How can we do that? That is what exactly this script will help you. Okay, this script will do that. Okay, let me explain the script simply. Forget about these libraries and all, because when we are executing this one, it will ask you to import this one. That's why you need to import it. And these are all the DB configuration: DB host, DB username, DB password, DB name, DB schema name, and DB connection string. All these things you need to define first. Okay, everything is there. Right. This is copy paste only. Whenever you go to new company, just change this particular connection names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 variables you need to modify. That's all. Then there is one important thing. This is a connection string, right? Connection, because connection string will help you to connect to the database. He's creating an engine by using that connection string. That is what exactly ECT underscore Postgres, meaning that he connected to the database. This particular command means here is he connected to the database. He executed this command, okay? He created an engine. He connected to the database. Now, he's preparing a data frame by using pandas. Pandas as one of the library in Python. By using this pandas pd.dataframe. Data frame in the sense, what are the columns are available in the table? Everything will be listed here. What are the columns are available? Everything will be listed here. One table I'm talking about. These are all the columns are available in this particular table. Okay, all right, no worries. Then, because he just defined all the column names, that's all, nothing more than that. For loop he just consider 0.1 million. 0.1 million records he want to pump. But he want to change one particular variable, one particular value, because that is the primary key. That should be unique, right? Unique primary key. That is what he is managing here. There is a child sequence number, especially the child sequence number is here. That value he is just making sure that particular value is unique. How exactly? He just take a simple function hk, open brace, number, comma, close brace. This number will come from this for loop. hk0, hk1, hk2, hk3, hk4 up to hk 99,999. It will go up to that level. It will go up to 1 lakh, hk 1 lakh. And finally, what are the child sequence number he prepared here? He's concatenate to that pd dot concat pd dot data frame. So this is what exactly the right. He's fitting exact variables. pd dot data frame, and he's passing the exact values. And at the end, he's passing variable as well. This is the variable. Remaining all are hard coded values. This is variable. This value will vary for each and every row. And finally, you are checking one more. If number is modulo division by 50,000, meaning that if modulo remainder is 0, modulo by 50,000 equal to 0, then what exactly he's doing, df dot to SQL. This is the syntax, here we cannot change anything. This is the syntax. What exactly they are doing? The temp data is a table name. Temp data is the table name. Which table you want to insert? That's what you are telling. And what is your database connection? See, ECT progress. That's what I mentioned here, right? ECT progress. Correct. The table is correct. This is the table and this is the database. If already exists, just append. then index false. The schema is test. Schema. This is the correct schema you need to define. And chunk size is 25,000, meaning that whenever your count reaches to 50,000, then it will pump 25,000 into the database table at the same time. It will not pump the data at once, one by one, not one row by row. It will pump 25,000 at once, 25,000 at once, 25,000 at once, or something like that. That is what exactly this particular data frame columns you define here. And finally, that is the thing exactly you are doing, and you are printing inserted how many number, how much is the number, str number means what is the number being inserted until that moment. That is how exactly this particular script will work. Why I explain this Python script? Oh, come on, why we explain the Python? I think we don't have any basics. I don't require you to be an expert here. I just need you to understand a single script. This script will change your career, to be frank, okay? This script will help you in your career. Someone asks, you want to pump some 10 million data into the database table, please use this script, simple script, okay? This one will help you more. But I don't think so any other techniques will help you really like this, okay? Please use this script. That is the reason I'm explaining this script. I will pump some data in the evening class so that you will get an idea how exactly this works. For the evening class, I'm going to show you how exactly AKS stop and start works. That is one thing. How exactly the data migration, how exactly you are pumping the data. All these practical things we will see in the evening class, guys. So that's all for today. If you have any questions, maybe you can ask right now. Practical part we'll see in the evening. Okay.
RK, can you share me your repo for project one?
Which project?
No, I'm getting error. No, I want to try with your
Oh,
repo.
that one, right? That repo, right? Okay. So, okay, sure, ma. I will share with you. Don't worry. I will share with you. I don't think so I can directly connect with you. I think this guy is there in between, okay? I will share the project with this guy, okay? Just get the project from him, okay?
Can you share it now so that I can try
Yeah, I
try
can
it
share.
before evening class?
I can definitely share. Maybe once we drop off, maybe the next 5 minutes I will share, okay? You can
Oh.
just connect with him in the next 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so any other questions, guys? Okay then, guys. Okay, see you all in the evening class. Bye-bye.